Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in my Disco Elysium game. Yeah, let's see, where did we leave off? I just had a karaoke episode. I mean, how am I going to top that? It's, probably, the whole game probably just peaked right there. We should just end it. I'm kidding. But I need to figure out what to do next. Numerous objectives. Oh, right, yeah, and the, yeah, found the engine, found the badge. Found her badge. So that's neat. We can finally go present that to Joyce and say, "Hey, look at this. It's proof that I'm actually a police officer." After all, go figure. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of visiting Joyce anyway, because I was kind of wondering if we could use her boat to cross to the islets to check out the, islets. Bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice. Can't be used as tear, I suppose. More free money. Okay. Hey, and Dev's here. Welcome to the stream. Saturday afternoon disco. Indeed. Hey, I have a thought. What's this?
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Scene of the party? Wait, you mean scene of the where Harry got drunk and stuff, or because I was under the impression that he drove his car like he ramped off and then went into the ditch here or something. Like I don't know, either jumped the river or did he come out from the direction of the bridge? I don't know. Or he crawled out of his car and just sat here for a while? I don't know. Wait, hold up, don't you mean the scene of the crime? Or, yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks party here. Scott. So, okay, let's just go through this in order, I guess. Hold up, don't you mean the scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks party here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Or did people gather around to mock the wreckage of Harry's car or something? Again, looks like we've had a couple of partygoers here.
Looks like it.
Looks like they had a great time laughing here. This was some kind of theater to them, a circus production by a great clown. Or was this party against the law on the ice like this? It was probably a public danger. This feels self-deprecating, so it might be a morale hit. Let's go with this one. Looks like they had a great time laughing here.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Lieutenant adjusts his glasses.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
Alright, fair enough. I mean... Okay, well... I suppose... What order do I want to do things in? Like, it's getting dark. It's 9:44... Or, sorry, 11:44. Oh, right. I wanted to find the, Miss Pigs. That should be the top priority. Not quite clear on where we're supposed to meet her. Like, you got the trio of drunk folks there. There's Isabel and Lillian. There's a door I can look at over here. What's this? Store's closed for today. Time to put the kids to sleep. Right. Yeah, the kids are no longer playing. Okay, seriously, hold on, hold on. Confront the pigs, get your gun back. Someone's been running around with your sidearm pretending to be a police officer. You must meet her near the old fish market at 2200. Get your service weapon back. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Okay. So here's the fishing village. It's a little dark, but this is me going past the fishing village. I'm holding down the right mouse button, hoping that something's gonna jump out at me here. Okay, there's a bit of boardwalk here, there's a bit of boardwalk here. There's a thing to have a thought about here. There's a slit in the concrete here, a sewer. I have a thought.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Yo ho! Into the slit, or what's in there? Okay, I have an idea what's down there. Don't forget the drunks. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, is one of the drunks related to the pig somehow? I mean, I can go talk to him, I suppose. The instructions said go past the fishing village to the boardwalk. Anyway, say what's in there.
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Okay, man, idea what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
He takes his glasses off to polish. Think we might find Ruby down there. It's the only option. Why would we? I mean, it was implied that Ruby's hiding around here, but find her down the sewer? I don't know. Anyway, think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
Yeah. He puts his glasses back on, but not in there.
I hope not.
He looks into the slit and sighs. Yo ho! Into the slit.
There's no echo and no answer.
Finished thought. Okay, like this is the boardwalk. Oh hey, there's the trap that I'm supposed to reset. I'll do that while I'm here. Like, I hope I didn't miss the chance to meet pigs because I was,
The trap stands empty near the reeds, powdered with snow. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds' apprehensive hissing.
yeah, like I hope I didn't miss the opportunity to miss her because I got stuck in that uninterruptible waiting for the car thing. Anyway, release locusts into the empty trap.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Uh-huh.
Good, now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He stops you. Okay. All right. I didn't get experience for that, but it was a step. What? Find it instantly fast. Like, do I actually have to find it? Reset the trap now. Report to Lena in the whirling. Okay. Well, maybe I'll get experience when I report to her. Seriously though, where's pigs? Where am I supposed to go? Like, there's some boardwalk. Here's some boardwalk. There's kind of boardwalk all over the place. I'm really not clear where we're supposed to. OBS studio disconnected. Check, is this thing on? Check and stuff. Is this thing on again? It says there's no interruption in the session time. Usually but the viewer count says 0. Usually when this thing randomly disconnects like this, it resets the session. It says connection unstable. I don't know what's causing this, folks. Sorry about this. If anyone can hear this. I mean, you'll hear it when it's on the VOD on YouTube at least. Check, check. Check, check. Let me just open up my channel here. So can I, like, is this working? Is this on? Just bring up my channel in a separate tab. Check out this Disco Elysium stream from 2 minutes ago. Did it? Check, check. Am I back? Is this thing working? You there, Dev? Or anybody? You see me? Cool. Yeah, sorry about the fact that keeps happening. I don't know what's causing it. This is so weird. And it's weirdly different this time. Okay. Usually when it does that, like, it's a pop-up message lets me know that it's reconnected again, but it didn't pop up this time. Also, usually when this happens, the session time gets set to 0, but that didn't happen this time. It's still showing the correct session time. I don't know. It's weird that it's happening at all, and it's like adding to the weirdness by happening differently this time. There's a thing to click on here. A door, a building, a hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? Instigator? Instigator referring to Ruby, or... I'm guessing I can't re-roll this.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall.
Yeah, okay, so that's still locked. I mean, I guess I can go talk to the drunks, if that's what I'm supposed to do, but... I mean, if that's what I'm supposed to do, it's not clear. It looks like it's the same 3 that were there before. Or... oh wait, is there a 4th one there? No.
The legend! He's back! And firstly, I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
Didn't quite this that you got here. So I can purchase smokes. Money for a Pilsner, +1 physique, -1 morale, or some speed for 15 real, really? +1 motorix and +1 psyche, but -1 morale. Oh, that's neat. I'm gonna say I'm off. Try talking to the other guys, I guess.
Tequila Sunset.
He nods in appreciation. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately? Our idiot doom spiral, I'm ready now. I've seen it. Tell me the story of Tequila Sunset. Okay, well, let's ask him about Ruby, I guess.
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
Oof.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Okay, I'm ready now. I've seen it. Tell me the story of Tequila Sunset. I don't remember what we were talking about before. What's this about Tequila Sunset again?
Mm-hmm. Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you, the man, the myth.
Aha. Takes a big sip and begins. Right. Okay. Now I remember. Tequila said that was what is what he called me. I remember now. Do we meet on Friday? Was I alone? That's an interesting question. Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
He takes another sip, then continues. Did this conversation option come up because we found my car?
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz.
Oof.
Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk.
I mean, that seems to be the story everyone's telling.
Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
I mean, that sort of backs up what Sylvie was saying.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then? Or wait, this doesn't sound like me at all. Let's go with what happened then.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowing. I trust you know the feeling.
Uh-huh.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Oh, is the implication that Harry is the one that that knocked the billboard down?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally, or I want to get off the story train right now. Let's say naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
Yeah, jumped the canal, that's what I thought. And apparently crashed through a sign on the way, I guess.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!"
Huh.
So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Time hath come indeed. Okay. That's how we got the nickname Tequila Sunset. All right. Okay. What happened next? Or say nothing is more dignified that way? Or every word I said was true. Tequila Sunset. I'll break the looms of reality. Let's just go with say nothing is more dignified that way.
After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice. We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster.
Lovely.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
Seriously, I mean, was this dialogue option not available before finding the car? um, I mean, that would have been interesting information to know that the badge are in there. Oh well, their badge was in there.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
Hmm.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Not Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau? Wait, so is Tequila Sunset an event or a name? Or Tequila Sunset, huh? Sounds pretty good. That's not my name. I'm Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. That's what you should call me. Or I can just say my real name is Harry. um, I'm leaning towards my real name is Harry. I think Harry kind of wants to, turn his back on that kind of horrible past. Yeah, let's go with my real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women.
Oh. Is he going to go off on a misogynistic rant or something? Out of, being a jilted lover and stuff?
How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, it's midnight.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about the person that effed me, or did I mention losing anything else? Did I say anything about my colleagues? Did I say anything about the case? Did we talk about politics? Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was, or I don't need to hear anymore? There's a lot of questions here. This is... yeah, time is passing while we're having this conversation. I still don't know where Pigs is. I have a feeling I'm gonna get a morale hit if I ask about this. Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Yeah. Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
He takes a strong quaff of his beer. Quaff. That's a word I learned from Rogue back in the day. As in the original Rogue that the genre roguelike is lifted from. Also using that hack. Anyway.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Yeah. Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 501 cases.
I wonder if you'd still say that if I hadn't chosen the some kind of superstar thing, or I don't know. Let's move on.
No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it.
Hmm. Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
Hey, I just got an achievement. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to read that before it faded. Sorry, bear with me. For some reason, the hard drive is spinning up. It's like really struggling to look at the achievement for some reason. Is this really slowing it down that much? Just trying to bring up Steam. There it goes. Hyperstellar law officials say 7 deranged superstar lines? 19% of players have this achievement? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's struggling so much. I wonder if I don't know, need to defrag my hard drive or something. it slows down at odd times. Anyway, moving on.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
Yeah.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Okay, did we talk about politics?
Yeah, you said that you'd really behaved unreasonably and failed to uphold your responsibilities as a representative of the coalition.
Did I tell you anything specific about the person that effed me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Yeah.
Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
No kidding. Okay, don't need to hear anymore.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
Yeah. Seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Tell me another one sometime. Okay, maybe I'll come back to that. I'm guessing don't call Abigail is because of the...
Don't call Abigail.
He looks at you with his sad, swollen eyes. Have you seen any women around here lately?
Abigail? Abigail, where are you?
So he perks up and trails into a string of random babbling.
Don't call.
I got experience for that. So his head nods off to the side as he passes out, tongue dangling from his mouth.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh hey, I got a breakthrough in the thought. What do we got
The
here?
precarious world. How not to lose. It is impossible not to. The world is balanced on the edge of a knife. It's a game of frayed nerves. You're pushed on by numbers and punitive measures, pain, rejection, and unpaid bills. You can either play, or you can crawl under a boat and waste away. Turn into salt, or a flock of seagulls. Your enemies would love that. Or you can fight. The only way to load the dice is to keep on fighting.
Okay, so what bonuses do I get from this? Critical success and failure thresholds lowered by 1. Ooh. So, does that mean it's like I got a bonus to all rolls? Is that how I'm reading this? Because that's neat. Okay, accept that. And I've got 4 slots available here, so let's unlock another one of these and start on something else. I was working on rigorous self-critique. It's the sorry cop one. Still got 3 hours left of that. -1 authority hit, but yeah, it's just start on it. See how it goes. I'll come back to ask that guy about his story later, but right now, like there's boardwalk here. Ah, is that her?
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She wants a mooring line around a post. Okay, I wasn't expecting Joyce to be here. Is Joyce the pigs?
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
The pier, the jetty, whatever.
Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty?
Okay.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Jetty? Drama wants me to sing it? Or should I just say hello? It's kind of quite a weird thing for Joyce to say jetty to begin with, but... Is it part of a song? I don't know, let's sing it, I guess.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty.
She responds mournfully.
It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
She skews the mooring line.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
So how do you like it here? Look around.
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze toward the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
She squints her eyes.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
You're right to be scared. This is all your fault. What? Or you're in no danger. Whisper the working class have no idea what's happening to them. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks. The place is doomed either way, or say nothing. I'm not even sure what this comment means. You're right to be scared. This is all your fault. Okay, yeah, so I'm kind of genuinely baffled, just generally baffled. I wasn't expecting to run into Joyce here. I was looking for whoever this Pigs individual is that we were supposed to find in order to get our gun back. Like, is Joyce at Pigs? Because that raises some other questions. I guess that this is all your fault could be saying like it's all Wild Pine's fault that this place is in poverty kind of thing. Working class, no idea what's happening to them. Try to escape. This is just how the real city looks. The place is doomed by the way. I don't know. I guess we'll go with try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
She leans against the railing, looking up at the grey sky.
Do you know how they discovered this place?
The wind picks up, her raincoat flaps in the gust. This fishing village or this island? This fishing village?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
What is an Isola exactly?
I'm guessing you don't know then.
No, I don't know how they discovered it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion. That's so me. Or 45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better though. Or just say nothing. Oblivion of poverty. Oblivion. That's so me. Or just say nothing. These sorts of things, I mean, I'm wary of things that'll give me morale hits if I say them. But I mean, this one at least he's saying things are getting better, so maybe this is safe enough. 45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
She cracks a scarf around her neck. Tell me now we have time, or tell me something else then, or, well, it was good running into you. Do we have time? I'm still hoping to find my gun, darn it. I don't know, like, did we miss a window for it? I mean, I don't know. Like, I can say, tell me now we have time. Do we have time? I don't know. I'm gonna say it anyway, I guess. This is a new situation. We've never seen her here before, so I don't know if I get this opportunity to ask her about it again. At this point, it's kind of making me wonder, maybe I should have researched that 15th Indo-Tribe thing. Maybe I could have, maybe there's a bit of trivia in there which could have impressed Joyce or something. I did kind of wonder at first, like, why is this an option? Like, what could I possibly get out of this that helps the investigation? But, anyway. Tell me now, we have time.
Do we?
Kim, he glances at his watch. It doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you. Maybe there is something else I can assist you with while you're hot in pursuit.
Okay, fair enough. Show your badge. I found my badge, by the way.
I love you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
She hands it back to you.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Let's talk some more about this boat you're on. Yeah, so this is all stuff that we've done before. I mean, there might be sub options within the options which are new. I don't know if I want to go through all these right now, and I'm was hoping to find the gun and stuff.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's in your mind, officer?
Suggestion she needs to go on a date with another drunk badly. 3% chance of success. Is my motor carriage in the sea, by the way? Point to the sunken vehicle, or I'm looking for someone else, actually. Yeah, I'm looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
Looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood. Is he asking about Ruby again, not the pigs?
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days, she might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
She looks slightly disappointed. Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
A faint smile runs across her face. I said I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Is my motor carriage in the sea, by the way? Point to second vehicle. I might as well let her know, I guess.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
Good question. She looks in the point direction. I wasn't feeling it. It was an accident, I'm sorry. I got drunk and apparently drove it in the sea. An official investigation has been launched by me to determine just that, ma'am. Or, I don't know. Let's go with it was an accident, I'm sorry.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
She looks at you and shrugs. You suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage? Or, nah, it senseless sentimentality. Inanimate objects don't have souls. Or, I'm actually in the middle of a murder investigation right now. Let's go. You're suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
I don't think they have funerals for motor carriages. Or, what an odd thought. Maybe I should. Or, I don't want a funeral. I hate death. He's channeling Monica from club meetings. What an odd thought. Maybe I should. Sure.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Alright, I'm in, but organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it? Or I don't get attached, definitely not to things. Yeah, it takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake?
Yeah, burying it seems excessive.
Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
The lieutenant looks at you sympathetically. It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area or da-da-da. Or let's focus on the things we can actually do, alright? I'm sorry, it's a little funny telling him we should do more frivolous side activities. he's already like rolling his eyes like, Anyway, let's focus on the things we can actually do.
Absolutely. Things like what, for example?
She nods. Okay, be seeing you. I can ask Isabel, I suppose.
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. As she does so, she quietly hums to herself. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night.
You're still up?
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older.
She sloshes the water in the bucket around for a bit.
My suggestion is don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind?
She smiles. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Emphasis on seen. I mean, she did indicate that she's like half blind. Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She nods with a wrinkled smile.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
He points east.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
You know something. We're here to help. Or this is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. Or this isn't about the union, you know. You don't have to worry about retaliation. So basically she's saying she's protecting Ruby. I don't know, let's be more direct. So you know something, we're here to help.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
She shakes her head.
Enough of this. She better start talking right now.
Wow, half like getting impatient there. God damn it, I know you know something. This is important. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get information over with a stick. Try more carrot than stick here. I see you know something, but you decide not to tell us. Or, okay, but we'll be back later if we find anything suspicious. Okay, let's go with, I'm going to go with the middle option. You know something, but you decide not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
The lieutenant turns to you.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Okay, that's enough for now. Did I get an objective here? Ask about Ruby in the village. Okay. Okay, it's just an update saying the watchwoman is hiding something. Look around, maybe get into her shack somehow. Okay, seriously. Where am I supposed to find this pigs individual? I feel like I'm missing something here. Also, let's get a flashlight. It's getting harder to see. It says go past the fishing village to the boardwalk. There's a boardwalk over here. Also, it's like 12:30 midnight here, so like, at what point does like... I'm sorry, what? It's like coming from the church? Never found out what the machine thing was about. It was in the church. I mean, that was going to be the next thing I was going to check out. Is it coming from the church? Like, here's the church here. Yoink. Also shrouded in dark or something like that. It's too dark to tell. Okay, seriously though. Meet her near the old fish market at 2200 to get your citizen back. Pass the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Like, I did that. I didn't see anyone. Am I missing something? Like, am I just being thick? Am I being dense and missing something obvious? What is that noise? There's nothing interactable or clickable around here. So it isn't coming from the church. I can only hear it when I'm here. Is this related to the pig's objective, or...
You see, a slogan used to intertwine.
It's the same message as before. Defense blocking the way over here. You still there, Deb? Am I missing something? Am I just being thick and dense and stuff and just missing something really obvious? Like, I followed the instructions and there's it's not at all clear what it is I'm supposed to be looking for here. What or who or whatever. Like, I'm just wandering around aimlessly. Like, I don't know if it...
There's no way the perk is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I try to get in, though? Or Kim, you think she's in there? Point the boarded building, or... Can I try to get in, though?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points.
Have some points? And I got 5 experience points? Is that another meta moment there? Anyway, is it breaking the fourth wall a bit? Kim, you think she's in there? Point the boarded up building.
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
He inspects the bars. Nothing more to do here then. Finished thought. I also didn't see anything interactable with regards to finding the other sniper position. That was the other objective that I was supposed to be looking for. I just remember where the shot came from. Check boardwalk for bullet traces. Because it said the north end of the boardwalk. But I didn't like there was nothing interactable that I could see. Like I'm just genuinely lost. Like I don't know what this thing is trying to lead me to. I'm following the text of the instructions that the game is giving me. I think this is a payphone, right?
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Can dial a random number. But on the other hand, no. Can I ask Kim about that noise?
Yes?
There are no new options here. Like, okay, look, I'm right-clicking. There's nothing to click on. I clicked and he started moving. Where's he going? Where's his pathfinding taking him? Oh, he's circling around? Okay. Like, this is where one of the possible shot origins was. I checked that out. Like, going by the diagram from the episode where we were trying to reconstruct the scene, so like that's just like that's right here. Like the other shot should be down here somewhere. Like that's that building I just circled around. This is where the shoot up was, where the bullet holes in the side of the building. I think that's which building that is. There's nothing to click on. There's nothing to click on anywhere. Like I'm pulling on the right mouse button, nothing's highlighting except for Kim himself. Is it worth checking the traps?
All the traps are stopped now, and still no sight of the Phasmid. Return to Morel and let him know.
I feel like I'm just wasting time here. What role was needed for this one again?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Yeah, only has a 3% chance of success. And it's a red check, so probably not worth bothering with. Across the bridge that I created here. What have we here? School of fish huddle around the fence post and scatter into the dark. I mean, there's the tent and there's a cell. A cell is still here.
Hello again.
Girl looks up at you for a moment before turning back to her work. Give her a, oh, +1 gave her a hat. Empathy roll is locked. Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No,
Just no?
it's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too. But she wouldn't be able to tell from here.
Right, that's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going. Or, considering what we're trying to do here, this doesn't look like a good sign. Yeah, let's go with that's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Okay, that's it for now. I mean, So, what if Joyce is the pigs that he alluded to? After all, because come to think of it, I did have the option of letting her know I lost my gun, but I think I passed up on it. Wouldn't it be funny if she had my gun all along and I didn't get it back because I never asked her about
You're
it?
back. Good. What can I help you with at this late hour?
It's night, don't you ever sleep?
Matter of fact, I don't.
She takes another sip. Why is that? Or better not poke further. That's good. That way you can answer me some questions. Yeah, why is that? More information, more content.
I have a medical condition of my own. Nothing unusual, though. I'm old, you see.
Old, huh? I think I have that too. Or, no, you're not. You look young. Or, old, huh? I think I have that too.
Don't worry. It's curable. With questions. Ask me some. It'll help pass this night.
Okay, doing the tattoos again. Doing with Everard again. Okay, this. Dealing with Everard again. Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun. That's okay. Let's give it a whirl.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
Your eyes become large and round.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling.
Is Kim annoyed with me for telling her that detail? I don't know. Like, what?
He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
I didn't want to tell her that. I specifically decided not to tell her that, but the game is directing me here to find the gun, and there's no one here where I expected to find someone, and now mysteriously Joyce showed up, so it made me wonder, is she the one I'm supposed to talk to?
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Kim is trying to improv his way out of it to make it sound like it's not so bad. Good man, Kim.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
No, Mr. Everett says almost ready to be found soon, or Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun. God damn it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just irritated because this is precisely why I didn't want to tell her that part. I've disappointed Kim now. I've failed at my primary mission. Um, um, I already said Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun. And this is just exact word for word repeating that. Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun. Almost ready to be found soon? That makes it sound worse. I don't know, I'm just going to repeat it again, I guess. Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Yes. As you said.
She looks confused for a moment.
Please, don't get him in a loop. If he gets in a loop, it will last forever. Ask him to say something else, please.
Of course. Thank you for the advice. I'm glad you were here to assist. Your other dealings with Everard are still of considerable interest to me.
She turns to you.
The lieutenant will be more lenient toward sharing those, hopefully.
Man, this whole thing is a takeover. I mean, I guess we can share that bit of information at least.
A takeover?
Yes, it's not a strike. You aren't being let in because there's nothing to negotiate. The union is taking the terminal, or he has told me so in his own words. He's taking it. He'll also use the drug trade to finance the harbor. I don't know if I don't know how much we can trust Wild Pines. I don't know if this is information we should be giving them. But on the other hand, I want to cover for the awkward moment about the gun thing. And Coder's here. Imagine if you could just make the conversation just actually loop there forever. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Also, welcome to the stream. I'm presuming you're going to get started with the club meeting stream later. I was thinking of rating you once I finished here. He's taking the terminal, or yeah, let's be more specific. He's told me so in his own words. He'll be also using the drug trade to finance the harbor.
Taking it.
She looks toward the colorful mountain of crates like toy blocks rising above Martinez.
Green livery, changing into red, blot by blot.
Then we're talking about a war. Everett needs to let me into the harbor at once. We need to talk about this.
He's ready for a war. They all are. The war is their goal. I told you before, Everett has always wanted this to escalate. Or I can ask him to let you in. I mean, yeah, I mean, kind of well established that it's a war. I can ask him to let you in. Why not? Maybe we can negotiate something.
No. It's naive of me. He sent you. This is the negotiation now.
Okay, I guess she was gonna say no. I'm not talking to him no matter what I chose there.
And if he does not avert his course, it will be a war negotiation, detectives.
He's ready for it. They all are. The war is their goal. I told you before. Everett has always wanted this to escalate. Yeah, Everett has always wanted this to escalate. Let's go with that, I guess.
An insane goal. Cornell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship. The one after that, 100.
Oh, yikes. All armed with automatic weapons, presumably. Or, like, machine guns and stuff. Here, eyes return to you.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and see if the single episode streams are now a permanent thing, or if I can still do 2 per stream for the most part. Yeah, I think the next 2 episodes, as I recall, are they might be short enough that you can get away with 2 in 1 stream. I was looking at the length of my previous streams for these episodes. It's a maybe. Might be able to do it. It might be an overly longish stream for you, but I don't know. Yeah, I suppose go through 1 episode and then see, consider that when you get there. Anyway, moving on.
It will take more than Cornell to wipe them out. Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
That's grim.
What do you suggest I do?
First, will this affect your decision-making process? It's not the RCM's job to make these decisions. Workers should have the harbor. Oh, we just hand it to them. Cut off the snake's head. Everett's pushing all this. We're just gonna call a hit on Everett now. Oh, yikes! It's a bluff. Call it. Have them open fire and see how long they last. That sounds risky. Bring in everything you have and wipe them from the face of the earth. That sounds brutal. Or look at your wrist. It's Apocalypse O'Clock. Time to commence the gloaming. I wish there was a disco option. Man, there's some drastic options to choose from here. Um, like, just handing the workers the harbor, that's... I mean, that's not going to solve the problem of the fact that the Cornell folks, they're out for blood and they want revenge for the death of their colonel. Cut off the snake's head. Everett's pushing all this. Again, if you taking out Everett isn't going to stop the incoming bloodshed. It's a bluff. Call it. Have them open fire. See how long they last. No, they're very ready to open fire. We already know that. I don't see that being a good option. Bring in everything you have and wipe them from the face of the earth. I mean, that's horrible. It's apocalypse o'clock time to commence the gloaming. Again, it's calling for more bloodshed here. I wish there was a disco option. That's okay. That's a joke option there. But yeah, like, a lot of these are just... These are just, like, all about escalating the conflict, basically. I'm going to go with first, will this affect your decision-making process?
Everything affects the decision-making process, Detective.
Officer?
The look on the lieutenant's face conveys uncertainty. He doesn't even sound angry. Did you just pick the neutral option? Or, I wish there was a disco option. Now, let's go with, it's not the RCM's job to make decisions. I think kind of staying out of that aspect of the decision-making process is probably best, because all of these, I feel like every single one of these options is like inviting bloodshed, so yeah.
Of course. Your job is to clean up after them. And it looks like there will be a lot of cleaning to be done in the near future.
So what are you going to do?
What will I do?
She says, slowly looking around.
Her arms fall to her sides. Her spine relaxes.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our talks?
When Blow's waves crash in the distance, she crossed her arms. No, ma'am, you said you would one day, or you said I'm uneducated. Remember, you said you would one day. I mean, she did.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years.
Oh, yeah? Why?
The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after death. The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Suren, sent 8 expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds.
The Pale. There's that word again. I bought the book about the Pale. I need to read it at some point. Still trying to frickin' track down the gun, though. She points northwest. 8? Is that a normal number?
It was anything but normal. There was no precedent. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both. Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry, the 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counselor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute, slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor.
This ocean?
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "Lancielinde, Lancielinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not. They were sane and conscious. as islands began to appear on the horizon. There are 78,000 uninhabited islands in the Insulindian archipelago, officer. The freckled face of God.
She smiles. 78,000 uninhabited islands?
Après la vie, la mort. Après la mort, la vie encore. Après la mort, le gris. Après la gris, le monde encore.
So, after the life, the death. After the death, the life again. After the world, the gray? The gris? After the gray, the world again? Am I reading that right? I mean, gris means gray, right? Or does that word have an additional meaning? I'm just curious. I just read it through Google Translate, and le gris still comes up as gray. If it has an additional meaning, I don't know what it is. I summarized it for the Queen and Dolores Day. Okay.
On the second day, a great skua was shot down above the flagship Lézargique. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen.
She looks to the sky, then back at you. A great skua? That's a kind of bird, I guess? Okay.
4 years later, the Queen's Counsellor was proclaimed Her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high.
Her Innocence Dolores Day. That's, that book that Plaisance recommended was about, the innocence. I just got another thought cabinet thingy here, the Insulindian Miracle. You were reminded of a poem somewhere deep inside you, the translation of which you don't remember. Nulla sarà cambiato della luce, it begins. Colori come grigio e marron, tutti stampati uno sulla... What the heck is this? Colori come grigio e marron, tutti stampati uno sull'altro, trovai un vuoto, una macchia bianca, gli altri guardarono, che bella giornata, che bel tempo. Or che bel tempo? Ma senti la rotativa. Great, let's type that and run it through Google Translate. You're reminded of it when you heard about the discovery of Insulinda, but what does it mean and how do you know it by heart? Is Harry secretly bilingual? This isn't French now. Is that Italian? It takes 8 hours to research. Okay. Leaving us here, or the Great Skua was the first bird they saw, or and this was the last break we got, or it's raining, or what will you do? And this was the last break we got?
The nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae. Or they discovered us. All in the rush of the great inter-Islary reconnection. But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there. Wipe out indigenous populations. Gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us. Or had done to each other. But here...
She spreads her arms.
there was no one but the Skua, the Liliat Sea, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen. Revachol, the suzerain.
Well done, Suzerain Nod, or what happened? Look around.
Revolution, poverty, and the mercurial rise of capitalism.
The Great Skua is the first bird they saw?
The first living, autonomous organism. Proof of reality. It's the symbol of Insulinde, Detective. The coat of arms of the suzerain and the wings on the crest of the commune.
I seem to have it in for it. What, or it for me. I broke one. Ah, is that... okay. Right, the Skua. This is my only option, okay.
In your defense, it is a nasty creature who plucks food from the throats of lesser birds. Yet much like Revachol, it is also magnificent and rare. Imagine the suzerain of seagulls.
Leaving us here.
On Caillou. The Pebble. The largest of the fertile, uninhabited islands of the northeast Insulindian archipelago. 4 centuries and 2 revolutions later.
2 revolutions later? Should I say it's raiding? Or... Sure, I guess.
It is. Soon it will be spring and everything will blossom.
She pulls the hood over her head.
The gangs will run wild, jacking motor carriages, ferrying amphetamines through Coal City. Spring is tough in Revachol.
Lieutenant keeps his hand in the rain. Anyway, what will you do? Proceed.
I will surrender Terminal B to the Union.
Okay. Is that within your means?
She puts her hand in the rain. She's silent for a second.
We will see.
Man, this may well unravel property law this side of the river. If that occurs, we may never see the end of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
He looks toward the harbor.
What happens will happen.
She takes the end in her rain-slick hand. Sorry. She takes the end in her rain-slick hand and starts untying the knot.
The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez. If you handle the situation on the ground.
72% chance is a rhetoric roll here. She generally avoids that term with her employers. This is a red check, cannot be retried. 72% chance isn't bad though. It looks like if I click this, let her go, I have a feeling we're not going to see her again. She's like going to negotiate with her employers just to say, hey, you know what? Let's just cut our losses and let Everard have Martinez, basically. You're going now?
Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here.
Okay, well, let's give this roll a try.
You know that this lady needs some political advice. Even though she's a high-powered corporate executive and you're an amnesiac degenerate, you're pretty sure she needs to hear your opinion on this.
Great. Great. Rolled a 5. 72% chance. I do believe I needed a 6 to pass that. I have clothing items that boost rhetoric. I could have done better with that. Okay, well, before I find out what horrible things Harry's going to say after that failed roll, I need to go use the washroom. I'll be right back. And back again. Just the regular old 4 political viewpoints. Ah, yes. Welcome back. Okay. Seriously, by the way, you know, at this point, like, feel free to. I mean, if there is something obvious I'm missing, feel free to spoil me. Like, was there something I was supposed to find regarding the pigs and the gun and all that thing that like, is there something there that I was supposed to find, and like, did I miss it? Because the way the game is directing me to go there, it feels like there was supposed to be something there that wasn't there. Like, I don't know, is this an error or a bug, or am I just missing something? Anyway, great. Yeah, so he's one shy of getting that rhetoric roll. Darn it. Okay. Don't forget to shoot the bourgeoisie in the head. Okay. Don't forget to purge the world of degenerates. Excuse me? What further plans do you have for the age of capital, ma'am? Or use vague rhetoric obsessed with its own legitimacy like I do? Purge the world of degenerates. That sounds like Nazi talk there. What further plans do you have for the age of capital? Use vague rhetoric obsessed with it. Use vague rhetoric obsessed with its own legitimacy like I do. Sounds rather sarcastic. I don't know. I'm going to go with what further plans do you have for the age of capital, ma'am?
In short, Harry, we will revoke the pigment standard. Your money will no longer need to be black like chitin, and there will be so much more of it.
Okay. Wow.
I know.
She tugs on the rope.
Keep the peace, and I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Prunell's investigation?
The confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps. As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor yourselves. Protect their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties.
When will they make their move, and where?
Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information.
Yeah, they've cut off all communication. That seems like a bad sign.
One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane.
She starts the engine. You're not amnesiac, you're insane? Okay. I mean, is that based on the information that I gave her that I shouldn't? But okay.
I know, because I too am insane. I just hide my illness better. And I'm rich.
Isn't everybody a little insane? Or what do you have? Or how do you keep your shit together? Or goodbye, Joyce, Monsieur. Let's go with how do you keep your shit together?
The same strict psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola, the Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Islary travelers and other troubled souls, even to this day.
Volta do Mar? Is that, Volta do Mar, Portuguese detected, returned from the sea? Okay. Returned from the sea, yeah.
You could use a little of it yourself.
Yeah. Isn't everybody a little insane?
No, Detective. No one's as insane as you.
Oh, darn.
Don't worry, madame. I am very sane.
Thanks, Kim. What do you have?
I'm overexposed, baby. My travels take me through the Pale dozens of times a year. I've got the longing, and I've got it bad.
She points to her heart.
She would die to return to it. The Pale, the past, anything one can return to.
Okay, goodbye, Joyce and Messier.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
Huh, okay. Oh, got plus 70 experience. Another level up.
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay, its white sails fluttering. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
Okay, so, right over here? Oh. More tear? How did I miss that before? Wait, if I go in there, that probably makes Kim go, return home for the night. What am I missing? Kim, I wanted to take us on a date, haha, yeah. There's something in here, perhaps? Okay, so I've already been in here, and I've already cleared that out. It's 1:05 a.m. Autism moments for Harry? Like, seriously, did I miss the window for finding the pigs? For finding the gun? For any of that? I've talked to everyone here. I let Joyce know about the missing gun against my better judgment. She's up in the boardwalk. I checked the boardwalk. I walked all over the boardwalk. Like, what? Seriously, what am I missing? Maybe did miss the time period? Like, here's boardwalk stuff. And I can walk up here. Here's where dead guy was. Yeah, try again the next day, I guess. Okay. I mean, like the way Joyce was talking about it, saying that like a gunfight might be imminent here, and like seems like a particularly important moment to have the gun. And we apparently missed it because I got into an uninterruptible moment. I clicked it on the car at a bad time, and it said, oh hey, we have to pass 2 hours now, and we can't spend that 2 hours doing anything else except just sitting here doing nothing. Like, we're not allowed to get anything else accomplished while we're just sitting here. Sitting here doing nothing is apparently more important than finding our gun. Well, I mean, if that's it, if I missed the window for getting the gun, then maybe I will hear Idiot Doom Spiral's story.
Tequila Sunset.
Seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
He says, slapping his knee. Yes, want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral? Or actually, I've heard enough stories for a lifetime. They SUCK goodbye. That's mean. Want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
Oh yeah? Sure, why not? Another quest?
You might get scammed here.
I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot. Or what do you need? Let's go with what do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier.
He taps his finger to his temple. Okay.
So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
Got some sweet Commodore Red. Give it. Yeah, I mean, it isn't full. I took a swig of it before spin kicking Measurehead. Or there's got this blue medicinal spirit. How about that? I don't have any on me right now. Lie. Or I don't want to give you any of my alcohol. I might have more use for it. Blue medicinal spirit? Oh. Is that the stuff that I got from what's his name? From Roy? Let's give him the Commodore Red, I guess.
Classy.
He snatches the bottle and pushes the cork in through the bottleneck.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
One of the other bums interjects. Gurgles the near comatose man.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here.
He turns to you.
Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder / junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Wait, how many people did you have working for you? Did talking help? How many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
Did the jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
He says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his stained pants. What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
He shakes the bottle and makes a ringing sound. Uh, yeah, he made the comment about keys earlier. Did he lock himself out of his house or something? Or, I don't know, get his car stolen or something?
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see. At least, that was the plan.
Uh-oh.
I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking exactly?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard.
There's a trace of derision in his voice.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch. Ouch, or I would have landed on my feet. I've got a feeling really like this, or just say nothing. I'm gonna say ouch.
Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You gotta be shitting me. Or okay, what happened next? Let's go with you gotta be shitting me.
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
He turns his head towards the skies. Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
Edible lingerie and a strap-on? That's oddly specific. Okay. He pauses meaningfully.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there.
That's what I assumed he was going to say. He did.
But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in.
Couldn't get into his own office?
Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this.
Hasn't gotten into his apartment for years. I mean, what? I don't know. Can't you like ask your landlord for another copy of the key or something? There have to be a ways around that. But okay.
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
He takes a long swig of his drink. But just, like, losing a key made him permanently locked out of his apartment? Okay. Wait, is that it? I feel like there are some steps missing. Yeah, seriously. Or I'm almost homeless myself, doesn't seem so bad. Look on the bright side, you've got one hell of a story. Do you realize all this is your own fault? Or I literally can't believe it. I'm gonna go with, I feel like there's some steps missing.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me. So they tossed me in jail for 2 days.
Oh, yikes. I just really had a bad day, so it seems. Okay.
I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
Something to do with that. Look at the price they got on Hell of a Story, do I'm gonna go with look on the bright side you got one hell of a story.
Yeah, maybe I've exaggerated certain parts over the years. When you tell a story too often, it begins to take on a life of its own. But what matters is that it's true to my subjective experience. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
He looks at it. Why do you keep losing all your stuff? I want to hear the story of your name again. Have you got any more stories? Why do you keep losing all your stuff?
Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece Lycra tracksuit?
Lycra.
I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help with?
What was the name of your agency? What's up with the tracksuit? What about the other drunks? What's this about the lost jacket? Could the lost jacket be the one that I found over by the pier? The shit covered one. What was the name of your agency?
My agency, man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept was combining high art with the lowest forms of marketing. The color red, breasts, and oil painting.
It takes a long melancholic sip.
I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept cultural incubator called Thin Air. The artists were happy, the clients were happy. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to shit.
He looks toward the bay. Using oil painting and breasts to make ads isn't high art, it's just cynical wankery. Or, that's so high concept, I have no idea what it means. Or, man, mixing high and low, commodifying culture, that is extremely my shit. Or, right, okay, never mind that I asked. Sure, mixing high and low, commodifying culture, that is extremely my shit. Sure, why not? Let's go with that.
I know. It was fucking awesome. Too bad I went on a jog, unleashing a cascade of doom that washed it all away.
He takes a long, wistful sip of his beer. What's up with the tracksuit?
What? You've never seen 100% Lycra before? Go on, feel that primo material.
Man extends his arm.
You really shouldn't touch it.
Here, I'll just buy it from afar, thanks, or just touch it. What's Half-Light got against that? I'm gonna touch it.
Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind. Should probably be in a museum, honestly.
He takes another sip.
Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together. You feel about 15% less human for having touched it.
Wow, that gave me a morale hit? Okay.
Randomized trials have also found Lycra, TN, to be associated with a number of exotic, highly malignant cancers. So you also have that to look forward to.
Oh, thanks, Encyclopedia. I like how the Encyclopedia pronounced the trademark, even when he didn't. It's associated with highly malignant cancers? Well, that's an unfortunate PR thing there. Anyway, okay.
And then there's the smell. But you don't even want to think about that.
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me feel it.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. We're right next to the bay. You could wash them anytime.
Okay, what's this about a lost jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my Lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
He looks at you blurry-eyed. You mean this jacket that I discovered on the boardwalk and had cleaned on a whim? The man examines the jacket for a look of consternation on his brow.
Nah, this isn't it. Found? That's medium concept stuff. Totally not my style.
Darn. I thought for sure that was it. So you're saying there's another lost jacket out there somewhere? Or, come on, man, this is your jacket. You just don't remember it. There's another lost jacket out there somewhere?
It's a big world out there, Tequila. A lot of lost jackets in it. Don't know why you'd think this could possibly be mine.
Hey, Doom Spiral. Ain't that the jacket you stole the other week?
Not on your fucking life, Rosemary. What's wrong with you people? Like I'd be caught dead wearing fawn, like some low-concept bicycle courier. Tell you what, Tequila. Why don't you just hang on to that one? I'll get another jacket someday.
I gained 10 experience points.
At least you got a nice jacket for your troubles.
The lieutenant shrugs. I'm going to hear about the story. Your name again, or have you got any more stories? Okay, I'm going to say...
Let's step aside for a second. I have something I want to talk about.
Oh, okay. Kim wants to talk? Okay. Kim talk. I know, right? I think I might just leave it suspense for that, because I see that Codair started a stream, and like I said, I wanted to rate him and watch the club meetings thing. So I think I'm going to save that for now. Bit of a short-ish stream today. Yeah. Didn't get a lot accomplished. I was trying to find the gun, and that didn't pan out. At least we did still advance the story a bit, for better or worse, by letting Joyce know about Everart's plans, and she's going to go talk to Wild Pines about it. I'm not sure how that's gonna play out, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about that. So now we just need to figure out how to pass time until until the next day when we can try again to find the gun, I guess. In the meantime, why don't we give Codair a raid?
Because of the season 1 collection.
Hey.
Calc teacher. Okay.
Let's quit it.
This character probably
I pushed the mute button. What is this thing doing? It muted and then it spontaneously unmuted itself while I wasn't even clicked on it. That's weird. Twitch is being weird. Anyway. Looks like I only have one viewer at the moment, so it'll be a tiny raid, but whatever. I wanted to watch his club meeting streams regardless. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it for today. Until next time.